listening to me at this particular hour. And I promise you that the sun is going to shine on everything you do today. Despite the fact that it was raining yesterday, of course, after the rain comes sunshine. Alright, so we're going to go straight to our newspaper segment this morning to extract some of the headlining topical issues right here. And we're going to be starting straight from the Nation newspaper this morning. And we have breaking news. It's no longer breaking news because it's actually everywhere right now. So Ababi unveils Tinubu 28-man ministerial nominees. This one is on the Nation newspaper this morning, so you can go and check it out. Of course, we have a whole lot, and we want to just maybe call one or two names that is conspicuously right here staring us in the face. It says Fagbemi, Oye Georgia, Edu, Mrs. Ibrahim, and Oko Tete, Erufai, Edu, Adelabu, and of course the most controversial one, Nyesom Wike, is actually dead. So, so I don't know. When we start discussing, then we shed more light on this particular one. Is it like a unitary government that Mr. President is trying to run this time around, extending an olive branch to an opposition party for the first time in the history of Nigeria? Another party is in the good book of the ruling party. All right, we'll be discussing it when the time comes. Of course, you know that our guest reviewer is right here in the studio. So very soon, we'll set the ball rolling. And it's still resurfacing again. He says presidency explains why Tinubu picked Wike, Erufai, and all that. This one is still on the Nation newspaper, so you can go and check it out. Of course, you know that the Super Falcons yesterday thumped Australia's national team, women national team yesterday. Thumped them 3-2. And yesterday was a very wonderful outing for Super Falcons. They did so wonderfully well. Had a game plan and stick to the game plan, and actually came out victorious at the end of the day. So we want to say big congratulations to the Super Falcons for making Nigeria proud. They are on 4 points right now, and they are topping the group at the moment on goal difference. US pledges support to Bazoum after coup, and of course you know that the Niger Republic is facing some challenges in their leadership status quo, and right now it's not a good news. Coup is actually a very bad thing. You know, every part of Africa should be ruled democratically, should be practicing democracy in this time of our lives. So there's nothing like coup. So if people have a say in the kind of people that governs them, it has a way of giving back kind of an inclusivity. It has that inclusion, the inclusivity mindset on the people, because they actually had a say in that government. But in the military setting, it's not like that. It's just like imposition of leadership on the people. So I don't think it's the right way to go. In fact, it's not the right way to go. Democracy is the right way to go. So the US is pledging support to Bazoum after coup. This one is coming on Nation newspaper this morning, so you can see, go and check it out. Troops arrest 12 suspected kidnappers, bandits. Is still on Nation newspaper this morning. Of course, we have this one coming up, and it's saying that fairly used tires dangerous, says FRSC. Fairly used tires dangerous, says FRSC. So this one it has to do with life. So I think it's better we check it out and know, extract some of this information from the Nation newspaper this morning. So it's right there. Go to the newsstand and pick it up. It says fairly used tires dangerous, says FRAC. Federal Road Safety Commission says that fairly used tires are dangerous. So check it out. Extract all the needed information therein. This one is still on the Nation newspaper this morning. It says man with 4 wives rapes teen. This one is a sad story actually. Man with 4 wives rapes teen. I don't know what he's looking for. Of course, this one is coming from Federal Capital Territory. It says protest in Abuja over market crisis. This one is right here under our nose. So go and pick it up and know if you're a trader in the Federal Capital Territory. This one, I think it concerns you. So check it out on the Nation newspaper and then extract all the needed information that will help you. All right. Of course, we'll move straight to Punch newspaper this morning, and then the bold releasing headline here is saying that El-Rufai and Wike other nominees face Senate screening on Monday. So this one is coming from Punch newspaper, so go and check it out. And then it's still talking about the newly nominated ministers, and then it's saying that their screening will commence on Monday. Of course, we're still on Punch newspaper this morning. It says Nigeria, Russia pledge closer ties. This one is still coming from Punch newspaper this morning, and we'll go straight to this particular headline on still Punch newspaper. It says 130 hospitalized in Kano, state being big state. And on fuel subsidy, Tinubu begs Nigerians to persevere more. And it's still on Punch newspaper this morning, so go and pick a copy. And we've been hearing this Tinubu begs Nigeria to maybe this one is taking a different direction. So go and pick a copy of Punch newspaper and read through it and get all the needed information you need. All right. And this one is staying still on the ministerial list. New ministries may be created, says Bajabiamila. It's still on Punch newspaper. It says new ministries may be created, says Bajabiamila. New ministries, of course, it means if there's a new ministry, if federal government creates new ministry, simply means that new ministers will be added therein. That's what it means. Ogun Tribunal admits 150,656 ballot papers, PDP witness video. And this one is still on Punch newspaper this morning, so go and pick a copy. And move straight to Guardian newspaper this morning. It says overpriced airfares, exchange rates foreclose holiday trips for average Nigerians. This one is coming from the Guardian newspaper this morning. As summer travels rev up globally, and one of the busiest periods in the post-pandemic era in sight, overseas holidays are fast becoming a luxury that many Nigerians can no longer afford. Despite inflations and airfares surging past pay grades and holiday savings, the Lagos and Abuja international airports are still packed, and the international jumbo. All right, just go and read through it. Finish that headline. It's right there on the Guardian newspaper this morning. It's simply saying that the airfares for international flights are surging up. It's something that calls for a serious attention. So please, all the necessary authorities should take note of this particular one, please. Insecurity to a very good conclusive end, actually, if I want to use that word correctly. But conclusive end, it's achievable. It's something that can be done. So that's why we are voting people to lead us. So they should be able to devise means to solve some of those problems that is bedeviling the people in the southeast. So it's coming still on the Guardian newspaper this morning. It says police re-strategize as IPOB declares 2 weeks sit at home in southeast. And this one says renewed hope ministers. 11 states await nominations amid intrigues, lobbying. It means that a lot is still going on behind closed doors. "11 states await nominations." Of course, this one is still on NLC strike action or protest. Not on strike, protest on that they declared that they were going to embark on from the 2nd of August. And it says NLC in contempt of court. FG declares that NLC in contempt of courts if they carry out that particular action, the protest that they declared. All right, so we'll be going straight to our discussion segment this morning. So, list and the media consultants, Mr. Salmon Salome. This government trying to lead by example, like trying to, include a unitary kind of governance. Is this because this is what we see in the other climes, but here we are having it in Nigeria. An opposition party. Member of an opposition party being included in the ruling party as a minister. Is it something that you expected?
The beauty of a democracy is inclusiveness, especially when you are discussing participatory democracy. And let's give it to the president. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a veteran of many wars. He understands the terrains. He came prepared, and from the list you will see what I call creative thinking and the desire to make a change. Of course, so many reasons, thoughts must have gone into how the list was prepared and the parameters, what were considered.
It has a lot of undertone, and that undertone is what we want to be unraveling. So if you look at it, does it really mean that without working for the government, that the government won't consider you based on competence? We want to look at it from this angle, because by the time you start looking at he works for the government, the emergence of the government and all that, is he really competent? Is it what is he bringing to the table? I think that's what most Nigerians will be asking.
If there is anything you will give to Wike, performance. Wike is a performer, and this is visible to the blind, perhaps audible to the deaf. The record is there. I am not his fan, and I'm not against him. Truth be told, Wike has a record of performance. I am not too sure when last you went to River State. By now you will be saying, oh my God, there was a governor. Wike clearly and undeniably worked assiduously for the betterment of River State. He, in fact, and no doubt, delivered the bountiful dividends of democracy to the people of River State. So, as regards competence, Wike undeniably is competent. Loyalty, of course, loyalty is very, very important. If I may tell you, in politics, you hardly consider your enemies. And in any case, in politics, you don't have enemies, so to speak. All you have is permanent interest. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy. What is sacrosanct is permanent interest. And of course, if Wike somehow protected the interest of Mr. President during election, it behoves that one good turn deserves another. Moreover, when the person in question is unarguably competent.
Okay, the competence. So, okay, let's leave this particular angle of competence aside, and then let's just get back to the basic. Is he? Will he still remain a member of PDP? That's the question people will be asking.
Well, it is for Wike to answer, and you know that.
See, it's such a quick response, but this one here we are having a quick response to this.
You see, I thank God for the kind of the press we have in Nigeria. The journalists should be given kudos. Honestly, if I have all it takes, I would rather say that Nigerian journalists are so vibrant, they are so alive to their responsibilities, they are so patriotic that they do not shy away from calling attention to whatever is of paramount interest to this country. Look at the breaking news and look at the quick response. Kudos to the Nigerian media men.
All right, kudos to the Nigerian media men. That's the word of Mr. Salmon.
The beauty of this administration is that
what are you borrowing for?
What are you borrowing for? What are you going to do with the money?
With the money.
These are the issues. These are the questions. Yeah. The simplicity of borrowing is not bad. There is nothing bad for even for the institution to have allowed you to borrow, to have considered you worthy of being given the money. It means you are credible. Because if you don't go with credibility and you are not bankable, they will not give you money. But the question is this: borrowing for what? Borrowing to do what with the money? But with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the general public should patronize citizen FM. Yes, on the listing of 100 companies, you see, the CAC has been saying it that there are some moribund companies that that's all it takes to be a great nation, and we have the human resources. Talk of the brains, globally acclaimed scientists, globally acclaimed literary writers, globally acclaimed, name it,
enormous, yeah,
artists. Is it the Davidos of this world? Is it the Wole Soyinkas of this world? Wherever, in whatever endeavor, in any sector or aspect of life, Nigerians are well respected, world class people. Nigeria and Nigerians are proud of the Super Falcons for putting smile.
Coaches, you know, we bring in some of this technical know-how in the field of play. Now we want to analyze it this way. We are not football analysts actually, but we have to look at it from the angle of picking the best to represent our male football folks. You know, in terms of the Super Eagles, what line should we toe?
I am not a sports analyst, but we have come a long way in life to know one or two things,
of course,
about a few things. The first thing is this: we realize that quite many of the boys in the Super Eagles, they are made already. Then this is what I intend to achieve by this policy. Well, I do not think that Mr. President has done something new, because if you are the leader of a country, in actual fact you are the servant of the people. You are to lead them aright. You are to tell them exactly what you are doing and why you are doing it and what is expected at the end of the day. Mr. President has done well. Humility, nothing but humility is what is needed, and we need more information. People should be kept abreast. People should know exactly why this policy is being taken taken.
They have to compensate those they wanted to compensate. But that is not our problem. The issue here is that I want, if they are even listening, let me give them advice. Based on those who are in this list, give them the portfolio based on their capacity of work and previous those who have performed within their state. If you may ask me, I will tell you that somebody like you cannot carry somebody that is engineer and go and give him a different portfolio. I think you should give him that portfolio based on what he can be able to do. For instance, and if you give him the Minister of Works, I believe that he's also going to deliver. Within the last administration, I think we're going. Maybe perhaps they will perform. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. All right, you can still be part of this conversation. Call us on our line 081.
I didn't believe it. I mean, but when it came out, I didn't believe it. Not that he's incompetent. I mean, there is no. If you are looking at his own class from 2015 to 2023, as far as governor is concerned, I don't see any other person that come close. The only person that can, stand shoulder to shoulder with him in terms of performance is also on the list. My mentor, Nasir El-Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State. I call him the political avatar. Those are men that are, they've seen it all, they have done it all. They have the political will to take the top decision that will get things done. And then when I hear people saying the same old people, the question I'm asking is, apart from Nasir El-Rufai, apart from Wike, even Badaru, the former Jigawa governor, people don't even know him. Even apart from before us put aside sentiment, let us put aside political difference. The time of politics is over. If we truly want a new Nigeria, we can all be proud of. Let us stop all of this unnecessary criticism, talking down on things we already have a premeditated conclusion in our heart because your candidate did not win. I mean, 2027 is around the corner. Until then, let us put aside partisan politics and support the president and the minister to succeed for all of us. Like I always say, if they fail, it is Nigeria that fails. And if they succeed, it is with Nigerians that succeed. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Alamin. Thank you so much, so very much. All right, this one is coming from Alamin, constructive as always. All right, hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, morning, Chief EKENE.
Morning, how are you?
I'm all right. Maxman calling from Abuja.
Maxman from Abuja, please go ahead.
Yeah, the ministerial list is out. It's all right. We